Pineapple Upside-Down Cake, a timeless dessert, evokes warm memories of family gatherings and special occasions. The caramelized pineapple rings, nestled atop a soft and buttery cake, create a symphony of flavors and textures that are simply irresistible. But what if we could take this beloved classic and give it a playful twist? Introducing Pineapple Upside-Down Cupcakes, individual portions of pure delight, perfect for sharing or savoring all to yourself. These miniature versions capture the essence of the original cake while offering a touch of whimsy and convenience. Imagine sinking your teeth into a moist and fluffy cupcake, only to be greeted by the sweet and tangy burst of caramelized pineapple. The aroma alone is enough to transport you to a tropical paradise. Whether you're a seasoned baker or just starting your culinary journey, these cupcakes are surprisingly easy to make. With a few simple steps and readily available ingredients, you can create a batch of these delightful treats that will impress your family and friends. From the moment you caramelize the sugar to the final sprinkle of chopped nuts, each step is an opportunity to infuse your personal touch and create a baking experience that is both enjoyable and rewarding. So gather your ingredients, preheat your oven, and let's embark on this delicious adventure together. Before we dive into the heart of our baking adventure, let's gather our essential tools and ingredients. Having everything prepped and ready will ensure a smooth and enjoyable baking process. First, you'll need a standard 12-cup muffin tin. Grease it well with butter or cooking spray to prevent sticking. Next, gather your measuring cups and spoons. Accuracy is key in baking. For our star ingredient, the pineapple, you can use fresh or canned pineapple rings. If using fresh, make sure to peel and core it before slicing it into thin rings. Canned pineapple rings are a convenient option and are readily available in most supermarkets. Now let's move on to the other essential ingredients. All-purpose flour, granulated sugar, brown sugar, baking powder, salt, unsalted butter, eggs, milk, vanilla extract, and chopped pecans or walnuts for added crunch and flavor. Once you have all your ingredients and tools assembled, it's time to preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Preheating the oven ensures that your cupcakes bake evenly and rise beautifully. While the oven heats up, let's move on to the next exciting step, preparing our sweet and tangy pineapple topping. The pineapple topping is the star of the show, so let's give it the attention it deserves. If you're using fresh pineapple, pat the slices dry with a paper towel to remove excess moisture. This will prevent them from making the cupcakes soggy. If using canned pineapple, drain the slices well and set them aside. Now let's prepare our muffin tin. In each cup of the greased muffin tin, sprinkle a teaspoon of brown sugar. This will create a rich and caramelized base for our pineapple rings. Next, place a pineapple ring in each cup, gently pressing it into the brown sugar. If the pineapple rings are large, you can cut them in half or quarters to fit snugly in the cups. If you have any leftover pineapple juice, don't discard it. You can use it to brush over the pineapple rings before baking to enhance their flavor and keep them moist. The pineapple is now ready to take center stage in our cupcakes. Let's move on to creating the luscious caramel glaze that will envelop these tropical delights. The caramel glaze adds another layer of flavor and richness to our pineapple upside-down cupcakes. It's incredibly easy to make and requires just a few simple ingredients: butter, brown sugar, and a touch of vanilla extract. In a small saucepan, melt the butter over medium heat. Once the butter is melted, stir in the brown sugar until it's completely dissolved. Continue to cook the mixture, stirring constantly until it thickens slightly and becomes smooth and glossy. This should take about 2 to 3 minutes. Remove the saucepan from the heat and stir in the vanilla extract. The aroma of vanilla blending with the caramel will tantalize your senses and make your kitchen smell heavenly. Set the caramel glaze aside to cool slightly while we prepare the cupcake batter. The glaze will thicken as it cools, making it easier to pour over the pineapple rings. Now let's move on to the heart of our cupcakes, the batter. Section 5. Mixing the batter. The cupcake batter is a breeze to put together. In a large bowl, whisk together the all-purpose flour, granulated sugar, baking powder, and salt until well combined. This ensures that the leavening agents are evenly distributed, resulting in light and fluffy cupcakes. In a separate bowl, cream together the softened butter and remaining brown sugar until light and fluffy. This step is crucial for creating a tender and flavorful crumb. Gradually beat in the eggs one at a time, mixing well after each addition. Finally, stir in the vanilla extract. The batter should be smooth and well combined. Now it's time to gradually add the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients, alternating with the milk. Begin and end with the dry ingredients, mixing until just combined. Be careful not to overmix the batter, as this can result in tough cupcakes. The batter is now ready for its transformation into delectable pineapple upside-down cupcakes. Section 6. Assembling the cupcakes. With our pineapple rings nestled in their sugary beds and our caramel glaze at the ready, it's time to assemble our cupcakes. Using a spoon or an ice cream scoop, divide the cupcake batter evenly among the prepared muffin cups, filling each cup about 2/3 full. Gently tap the muffin tin on the counter a few times to release any air bubbles that may have formed in the batter. This will help to ensure that the cupcakes bake evenly. Now for the piece de resistance. Drizzle the prepared caramel glaze evenly over the batter in each muffin cup. The glaze will sink to the bottom during baking, creating a luscious caramel layer beneath the pineapple rings. If desired, sprinkle the tops of the cupcakes with chopped pecans or walnuts for added crunch and flavor. Section 7. Baking to perfection. Our cupcakes are now ready for their moment in the spotlight. The oven. Carefully place the muffin tin in the preheated oven and bake for 18 to 20 minutes, or until a wooden skewer inserted into the center of a cupcake comes out clean. The aroma of caramelized pineapple and vanilla will fill your kitchen, signaling that your cupcakes are well on their way to golden perfection. While the cupcakes are baking, resist the urge to open the oven door too frequently, as this can cause the cupcakes to sink. Instead, keep a close eye on them through the oven window. Once the cupcakes are golden brown and a wooden skewer inserted into the center comes out clean, they are ready to be taken out of the oven. Remember, oven temperatures can vary, so it's always a good idea to start checking for doneness a few minutes before the recommended baking time is up. Now let's move on to the next step, cooling and unmolding our miniature masterpieces. Once the cupcakes are out of the oven, let them cool in the muffin tin for about 10 minutes. This will allow the caramel to set slightly, making it easier to unmold the cupcakes without them falling apart. After 10 minutes, carefully run a thin bladed knife around the edges of each cupcake to loosen them from the tin. Place a wire rack upside down over the muffin tin, then carefully invert the tin onto the rack. The cupcakes should release easily, revealing their beautiful pineapple upside-down glory. If any cupcakes stick to the tin, gently tap the bottom of the tin or use a small offset spatula to loosen them. Let the cupcakes cool completely on the wire rack before frosting or decorating, if desired. As they cool, the caramel will continue to set, creating a luscious and gooey topping that will have everyone reaching for seconds. And now, for the moment we've all been waiting for, the grand reveal. As the cupcakes cool completely, their aroma will fill your kitchen, beckoning everyone to gather around and admire your handiwork. The once golden brown tops are now transformed into glistening masterpieces, each adorned with a caramelized pineapple ring that seems to shimmer under the light. The edges of the cupcakes boast a delicate crispness, while the centers remain incredibly moist and tender. The aroma of vanilla and brown sugar wafts through the air, mingling with the sweet and tangy scent of pineapple, creating an irresistible symphony of flavors that is impossible to resist. As you take your first bite, you'll be greeted by a delightful combination of textures: the soft and fluffy cupcake, the gooey and caramelized pineapple, and the slight crunch of the chopped nuts if you've added them. Each bite is an explosion of flavor, a harmonious blend of sweet, tangy, and buttery notes that will leave you wanting more. These pineapple upside-down cupcakes are best enjoyed warm, shortly after baking, when the caramel is at its gooey best. Serve them as a delightful dessert after a meal, or pair them with a scoop of vanilla ice cream for an extra special treat. If you have any leftovers, which is highly unlikely, you can store them in an airtight container at room temperature for up to 2 days. To refresh the cupcakes and bring back their gooey caramel goodness, simply warm them up in a preheated 300 degrees Fahrenheit, 150 degrees Celsius oven for a few minutes, or until heated through. Whether you're preparing these cupcakes for a special occasion, a potluck with friends, or simply as a sweet treat for yourself, they are sure to impress everyone who takes a bite. So go ahead, gather your ingredients, and experience the joy of baking these miniature masterpieces. Baking is more than just following a recipe. It's about creating something special, something that brings joy to both the baker and those who get to savor the delicious results. These pineapple upside-down cupcakes are a testament to the magic that happens when simple ingredients come together in perfect harmony. From the moment you caramelize the sugar to the final sprinkle of chopped nuts, each step is an opportunity to infuse your personal touch and create a baking experience that is both enjoyable and rewarding. So embrace the joy of baking, experiment with flavors, and don't be afraid to put your own spin on this classic recipe. And most importantly, don't forget to share your creations with the people you love. After all, the best part of baking is witnessing the smiles on their faces as they take their first bite of something truly delicious. Happy baking!